Greetings, Carbon Knights. Shields up, swords out. I've started playing a new game, and I'm going to start a new series called Mechwarrior Online, A Noob's Journey. I just started playing Mechwarrior Online shortly after the Steam launch. I've got about 100 or so games under my belt, so I'm still really new, and it shows when I come up against some of these seasoned veterans that have been playing this game for a number of years. I'm just going to run through a few things, and what I'll do is there's 4 weight classes of mechs in the game, and when you start playing right from scratch, you get, we'll go up to select mech, you get 4 of each type of the mechs. So here's 4 light mechs. Then you can go and pick from 4 medium mechs that they let you try. They're all called trial mechs. 4 heavy mechs, 4 assault mechs. Here they are. Now I'll probably do 1 light, 1 medium, 1 heavy, 1 assault, and then rinse and repeat to go through each of the trial mechs to see how they suit a new player that is struggling to make his way in this game in the vast online community of, let's call them grizzled veterans. So yeah, first thing, let's go through some of our settings real quick. I like to turn off arm lock. It turns into a double cursor system, but when you have weapons on your arms, you can move them in a wider range than you can for weapons mounted on your torso or your main body. That's important. So I've gotten used to that really quickly. I recommend you uncheck that. Throttle decay I like, so if you take your finger off of the forward key, it just automatically slows your mech to a stop. What's the other one? Directional arrow I found useful. I don't need it anymore, but I'm going to keep it on for now. It just overlays an arrow over the ground to show which way your legs are pointing. It's useful for new pilots. Enable cockpit monitors. It's just for keeping track of your kills when you're in the game, and it's just for looks. It doesn't really help. First person field of view. The higher you move this bar, the further back your perspective inside your cockpit is. So the higher you move this bar up, the further back, the more range you'll see. But if you move it up too high, it'll just be stretched and look funny. So change that to where you will, but I wouldn't leave it where they have default all the way down. Sensitivity you could change to your liking. It's just for how smooth how much the cursor moves. I like to enable all chat so you can chat with the enemy team, wish them good luck, all that stuff at the start of the game. And all that stuff. Also, if you enable the colorblind friendly reticule, it doesn't really change the color, but what it does is it kind of adds a hit marker. So it lets you know better if you've hit the enemy for sure or not, which comes in handy when you're doing some of your sniping. That's all I'll go over for now. We could do more detailed later, but that's just a quick kind of settings that I liked. So let's go back to our light mechs and have a quick look. So the first thing I want to look is at the hard points. So I guess I can't really heave that open and move my mouse over there, but if you look at the right hand side of the screen with the all the statistics of this mech, it's called the Adder Prime trial mech. You can see now, if you look at the top left, you'll see hard points listed. 3 energy hard points, 1 AMS hard point. That's nice, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the trial mech that they give you uses all of those. But if you look right under there, you'll see loadout, and it tells you your weapons. Right there we have 2 Clan ER PPCs, 1 Clan Flamer, and 1 Targeting Computer Mark III. Those will come in handy. Now the quirks underneath are what are more important for when you're deciding to buy a mech, is what I think. But they're important to keep note of. Acceleration rate, deceleration rate plus almost 50%. That means it's got quicker startup, quicker slowdown. Excellent turn rate increase there, 40%. You can read through the rest, but it's mostly mobility, as well as a little bit of bonus to your PPCs. And then if you look just to the right of all the teal listings there, you'll see like a diamond there with heat management, armor distribution, and firepower. That's kind of an important thing too. Heat management of 0.9 is not very good. You want to aim, and these are trial mechs, you can't change them. And maybe I'm getting too deep into it. But you want to aim for about 1.3, 1.4 or higher if you want to ensure that when you get on some of the hotter maps, that your mech won't overheat when you're constantly firing. This mech, ER PPCs, I'll kind of let you know, they're more of a sniper kind of gun, so you have time to cool down for the most part. Anyways, I won't get too much into builds and all that. I just know when you're picking your first mech, you can kind of see what you're thinking you're wanting to play, whether you want to play a quick sniper mech or a brawly mech when you're just starting out. And if we, go into Mech Lab, because you're not sure what is an ER PPC or what is a large laser, what is a flamer, you can click on the weapon in here or hover above it, and it will give you the weapon stats. So you can see, most importantly when you're starting out, worry about damage and also worry about your range. You don't want to be firing weapons at enemies when they're way out of range. I've done this a lot when I started. I didn't realize that they're out of range. I just saw stuff or had a lock and I shot. Right now we can see the maximum range is 1620 meters. That's quite far for weapons in this game. That's one of the other higher end of range. So the first mech we get to play, we get some of the best range of weapons. I like it. So let's go back to home. Here's our first mech that we're going to give a spin to, the Adder Prime. And all we have to do is, well, quick play, but first, I would recommend, based on where you live, I would choose to unclick some of these servers, because your ping will be too high if you're farther away from where the server is and the other players are around the globe. So I just went to the North American server, because that's where I'm located, and I went to quick play. I will pause or do a quick cut so you don't have to see all the matchmaking, and we'll rejoin each other when the game starts. Okay, we have just been dropped into our first match. The first thing I want to do is just... This one's kind of different. We all got kind of dropped together, but the first thing you want to do is regroup with your heavy and assault mechs. I don't have the... let's just call it the tools to be an effective scout. I'm just a sniper, so I don't want to get too far ahead, but I do have the speed to maybe get some early shots from these guys ahead of me that are scouts. You'll see there that Raven has an ECM module, so, not module, just hardpoint with an actual ECM unit mounted. So that's kind of radar blocking as well as radar, call it radar jamming as well as counter jamming based on what he's selecting at the time. Those are your scouts, typically. Not always. Heavy mechs can also have those move with the group and conceal an entire group of enemies from being target locked. So right now I'm not going to go any further for now. I'm going to wait for some scouts to pick up some targets to get a feel for the enemy movements. This particular map is a bit slow at the start because it's quite large and it's quite flat, so any small depression you do see... I'm getting ahead of myself here and getting too far out. So I'm just trying to get some spots. Any depression you do see or find, most mechs stick to the low depressions and can travel quite a distance without being spotted before the action even starts. So I'm just going to stick with the team. We've got some text in there, G8. Someone thinks they saw a Stormcrow. So that's straight over here. Because here's the 8 line we're looking down now, and I'm not seeing anything. And there's something spotted here if we look at the compass. And we can target as soon as we can, and it'll take a while because of the distance, but it's a Timberwolf. If you look in the top right corner of your screen. So we'll try to get a little closer. We're already within range of our 1600 meter max range.
New target acquired.
And we'll try to get some cheeky shots in here with our sniper PPCs. Now we're getting pretty close. Optimal range, actually. There, I got a couple in, and we'll back away immediately. Already missiles are coming in. I'll move straight 90-degree angles to them. You can see him come in. And he'll fire some more. And I backed away too much, right into the open like an idiot, worrying about the missiles. But like I said, this is a noob's journey, and I'm going to do noob things like walk into my teammates. So let's get away from those guys, come up from a new angle, and snipe a little bit more. So there's that guy again. I want to get a couple more into him, try to soften up. That's an assault mech, I believe. He'll fire some more missiles, maybe. Nope. So we'll come straight up here, get another shot in. And we are really softening up his frontal core. If you look in the top right, you can see that it is red. So if some bigger mechs come in there, they will be able to get rid of his torso armor and start shooting straight directly at his engine almost immediately. Get a couple more shots in there, and Centurion.
G8, G9 guy.
And we'll just keep softening him up with some snipes. I don't want to remain stagnant for too long, because the game is quite dynamic. It's fluid. You got to keep moving with your team, or you get caught in the open. That used to happen to me in my first games, and it still does all the time. You get tunnel visioned, and you don't move, and then you get consumed.
New target acquired.
And I keep trying to get information on whichever target I think I might take a shot at.
New target acquired.
Indigo's a misery. It was G8 headed towards G7.
Missed there.
New target acquired.
Let's target this guy who's a bit closer. Oh, I missed. Okay, he knows I'm here, so I'm going to relocate and come up from a different part of the ridge. I think he still knows where I'm at, actually. But we'll go for it. Looks like he's turning tail and running. So I'm going to go far left on this guy now.
New target acquired.
Again, trying to stick with my team. Oh, he's looking right at me. So I'm going to do a little cheeky thing, run right up past this guy. I might hit him with my flamer, because we've got his rear, so we'll shoot him right in the back. Continue to do the damage. Oh, I overheated. New mistake. You have to watch your heat gauge on the right side of your map. I want to get closer to this guy, but I don't want to get stepped on here.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
There, killing blow. We got our first kill in our first episode.
Target acquired.
And we are coming after the Centurion now. Now my heat is again excessive. I gotta get out of here. I've gotta hide, and I've gotta cool down. See, I've run by, I've distracted them for the enemy. Now they can get some shots in while they're looking at me.
Target acquired.
Those guys are 1,000 meters away, so I should be not too worried about them. Let's get in here on this other adder, my counterpart.
Incoming missile.
Just keep moving. And we got the killing blow on that guy. Let's go after this Raven now. Just keep moving and shooting. He's down. Let's focus on the next. Kit Fox, which is a smaller mech. Can't remember if it's a medium or a light. I am just missing left, right, and center. We got some good hits on him. I am getting ravaged here. So we've got to get out of here. It is a tie game. I will try to do a little flanking. But all these enemy mechs that are here now are pretty big boys. And that Ebon Jaguar is quite fresh. How is this Timberwolf? Another really big guy. Also fairly fresh. I'll see if I can just soften these guys up for my teammates. And I have got to start shooting one at a time. My heat level went up to 98%, maybe even 99 there. And I'll just shoot one at a time. Make him miss by backing away and looking away to spread out damage. So now, just softening him up as best I can. We are really down, losing the... Oh, and I shut down. So will restart, but I am pretty much screwed here. Yeah, that's it. That's okay. I had a lot of fun. Almost 500 damage done in a light mech. That's nothing to scoff at. So we'll click to spectate for the last few seconds, just so we can catch the post-game stats. This is the last mech on our team. Basically, everything is in his hands. If you look down in the bottom left, you'll see that's your personal armor, and his back core has no armor. So he doesn't want to keep his back to the enemy too much at all. So now he's got his front to the enemy. He should be targeting to get ammo on which modules on these enemies. There we go. Top right corner. You see this one is frontally cored. And this guy is just doing amazing running through and around these guys. Taking down an enemy. Now it is only... oh no, it is only 1 versus 3. Can he do it? Just keep circling, buddy. He's taken off the arm of the Timberwolf, but the third enemy comes in. And he's just not able to do the damage to this guy's center torsal armor on the front or the back. Just keep focusing, my friend. Fight as much as you can fight. I think we're seeing the end here. He's really red on the core. His engine will be destroyed soon. His leg is down. And there he goes. He put up one heck of a fight. Good job to that guy. There's a GG for the both teams to see. And we'll take a quick look at the post-game stats. They don't reveal too much. We did 2 kills, 5 assists, 2 kills where we had the most damage dealt to the enemy, almost 500. A little bit of team damage that probably was from the flamer while I was running around like a chicken. And some cool stats. Right now I have a 1 day of premium activated for the... there's an event going on, and I got a reward this morning for that. Other than that, I'm going to be running this account pretty much free to play. The only thing I have spent money on so far is I bought mech bays so that I could buy mechs and fill my... or just increase my storage of different battle mechs. As well as they put on... what do they call it? Totem mech sales available for MC, and that's basically the premium currency that you use real money to buy. And the mechs aren't just available with C-bills, which is the in-game currency down here. So I bought a set of assault mechs because in order to finish the series or to expand on the series, I'll need a good set of assault mechs, and it is going to take me way too long to grind for all to buy this series of lights, heavies, assaults, and mediums. Maybe not in that order. So yeah, that was our first game of Mechwarrior Online for the new series, A Noob's Perspective, or A Noob's Journey, I should say. And that was a lot of fun. Take care, guys. We'll see you in episode 2, where we will probably take out the first of the medium mechs, the Enforcer. And we'll take him for a spin to see how a medium mech can perform. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and comment if you are excited for the new series. And, as always, shields up, swords out.